Well, hello guys. I finally came back. I have to admit, I had some resistance around starting this new guide. So remember, we came off of the self-worth and self-concept 30 days, which was great. And I promised that we would move on to love. And uh, I just have to admit I had my own resistance. I actually already started. I just was resistant about the video just because I've got my own my my own challenges with just relationships, and feeling that it's okay. Like I'm okay. I'm well, we'll get into it more as we go along. But we are back with Write, Repeat, Manifest, and our 30-day journey here is going to be for love. And this is actually one of my more popular guides. I, I always thought it would be money and finance or love, and love has turned out to be one of my more popular guides. So let's get going. Um, so as I said, I have really already begun. I started about a week ago, and so today we are here with day 7. And my my affirmation has been, and that I'm robotically affirming, is that I am safe to love and be loved. So I am safe to love and to be loved. I'm safe to love someone and be loved by someone. So the thing about why I started on this video journey is to allow me to express myself. And yeah, obviously you can see I don't have, my goal hasn't been to get a whole lot of followers. And you see that if my goal was not to have followers, I've met that goal. No, it's more just to have, it's a way to kind of reflect on my journey, and it gives me something that I can look back on. So for me, um, I am, I can't even say it. So I'm what they call polyamorous, right? So I have a long time relationship, and it's crazy that I'm even talking about this. I have a long time relationship, decades, and love her to death. But I also have uh, other people in my life that I also love as well. And so there are there are people in my life that I've had in my life, great people, wonderful girlfriends. But because of my own hangups, I have ended up pushing them all away, and I've had to accept that. Part of this journey is we have to hold ourselves uh, accountable for the things that we have in our lives. And so I've been on this journey of basically calling them back into my life, um, and trying to be a better person for when they show up in the 3D. And so this for me is powerful. I have to say that I have to feel like I'm safe to love, and that I'm safe to be loved, um, because of my long-term relationship. I think I have fears of just ruining the whole thing, ruining that, ruining those other relationships, and just making a mess of the whole thing. So um, that is why there has been resistance in actually taking this journey, actually recording this journey, uh, started getting all these things out. And oh, I wanted to point out my rose quartz. rose quartz, if you're into crystals, rose quartz is a crystal that is a strong crystal for love and channeling loving energies. So I'll be sharing my rose quartz crystal throughout the process. But anyway, yeah. So that's why it took me a minute to get back to you guys and to get back here from the last self concept. And yeah, I just had to. Today, I knew I was on day 7, and I'm like, I'm gonna be finished with the whole doggone thing before anybody even has a chance to experience it. So that's where we're at. So I may kind of talk about talk about this more throughout. Um, and if you miss this first one, you won't have the context of why I get bound up on this topic. But yes, uh, so I'm safe to love and be loved. And so for me, I read through after I've written it. Then I read through and begin my robotic affirmation. Um, this has been long because what I do is I'm reading it through for each of the people that are in my life. I have to say that in the now because I can't focus on something that I think is a past memory, something that is a memory of maybe me saying something dumb or doing something stupid that I probably shouldn't have done. But um, I'm trying to call those things, those memories into now, because this is the whole idea of that. They're really that time is an illusion. You know, when I think of the special people, my SPs, that it's important to me to think of them in the now and not just based on some memory that seems so long ago. And then my logical mind comes in and says, oh man, that was so long ago, and oh, remember you said that, and so that's probably all done. And so this is the power of robotic affirmation, because I don't have to think too hard about it. I know what the context is, and in robotically affirming, um, you can kind of try to take some of that out of it. So for you, if you've got a specific person in mind, uh, where I may have multiple specific people in mind, you could just and you could make this affirmation more directed as you need to and for what you need to. But you know, it's it's not any different than what we were trying to do back in self-worth and self-concept, back in money and finance. It's just affirming that these things are in place now. And here's the powerful piece: it's not outside of you. Like, these people that have come into my life, and even that language, like someone's come into my life and then they go away from you, right? You no longer have them in your life. And that's not true. I mean, you have to tell yourself that's not true. Like, we are all one. And these people, whoever they are, those SPs in your life, like, they came from you and they still exist within you. And anything that you do, like time or some circumstance, these are all things that just help to separate you from them. And you have you have to come away from that. You have to be in the present, that it's happening now, and let go of those past memories. If they're not good memories, then revise it, make it something else that happened. And if it feels long ago, bring it to the now. that memory that you have, just like it just happened. It's happening now. I'm going through it now. I'm feeling that good feeling now. You know. So on the seventh day, every 7 days, as you know, we like to do, I like to go back 7 days earlier and do a review of what we've come through in terms of these phrases, and then also rereading through these again. And you see, the phrases are, the I am statements are supportive of your ability to call in whoever you're trying to call in, whoever you're trying to align yourself with, because I am chosen. Someone out there, as I'm thinking of them because they're thinking of me, and I'm chosen by that person. I am magnetic, right? I am desired. I am attractive. I am loved. I am a priority. I'm made a priority by that person. These are very powerful I am statements, along with today, to say that I am adored. But these are positive, attractive. These are things that put you at the center, and just know, like, hey, actually, it's not about that person. It's about you. Do you think you're worthy? Do you think you are chosen? You're a magnetic person. Of course, that person wants to send me a text. Of course, that person will not reject any efforts. And a big thing for me, I am desired. I am attractive. I'm just going back through it again. I am loved. I am priority. I am adored. And I would reread my affirmation. For me, it's I am safe to love and be loved, and read over those again. And on the seventh day, I do a full review of all 7 days. So it gives me a chance to reflect on my I am statements, and also to um, go back through my affirmation. And one of the things, as I fill in day 7 here, um, I had to come away from, in myself, like, what they call chasing energy. I was totally into, like, chasing energy, chasing something, trying to, pull someone in toward me. And then, because of my own fears, as I had mentioned earlier, I had this experience of then, pushing that person away, or not being patient enough, allowing them to be them. Um, being polyamorous, that's a whole nother ball of wax. That's a whole nother set of videos. And if someone's willing to kind of work with you, for me, uh, you have to be patient. And I have to admit that prior me was not patient, and uh, I ended up kind of turning things away. But then I also had to accept that I was doing that on purpose, because I was afraid for things to advance further than where they were at. But that's like some version that I'm talking of that's not me right now. And that's the energy that I am in. That I am safe. I am safe. I am safe to love. I am safe to be loved. That I am adored. I am prioritized. I am chosen. And I want you to feel that way as well. And just know, like, it's you. It's like, it's the work you're doing on yourself. It's the work that you're doing to maybe revise past situations, see things in different ways, loving yourself, knowing that you're thinking about that person, not because you're pining away for anybody, but it's just because they're thinking about you. That's really what's happening. That's really what's happening. And you just have to affirm that for yourself, and move away from chasing anything. Anytime you're chasing something, and then it is done. To finish that thought, anytime you're chasing something, right, that means something else is running away from you chasing it. All right. It also says that this thing is outside of me, out there somewhere, and I've got to go chase after it. You don't. You don't. So, okay, I got this in the belt, in the books. We'll continue on from this and kind of follow our process. But I just wanted to kind of let some things out and get some things off my chest. But we'll continue. I can't say it'll be tomorrow necessarily. I will continue, but we'll come back again and maybe grab a guide or grab a journal and let's go. Let's go through our 30 days. We're day 7. We'll keep it pushing from here. All right. Thank you so much, and I will catch you on the next visit.